Oh my god. You know what? I can't even really be mad at this point anymore. I only can be mad at myself, you know what I mean? Before I even talk about this match, let me tell you how my day went. And it's not gonna take a while, I swear. So I woke up this morning, you know, me and my mother were planning on going to this state fair that's kind of out of our city in another city we used to live in. And I'm like, sure, we go head over there. And the whole time I'm thinking about Hell in a Cell tonight. Not about watching it, because I already have in my head made up like days ago. I'm not watching this fucking pay-per-view. I'm just not giving it my time. There's only 4 matches announced, so why would I care enough to watch it? And even that, I don't watch WWE like that to care. But I'm like, the main event has The Fiend versus Seth Rollins in it, and I'm really into the Firefly Funhouse. They managed to give out a program. WWE Monday Night Raw has managed to pump out this segment every single week that, why don't watch Raw? I watch the segments on YouTube every single time they come out. I watch the Firefly Funhouse because WWE has managed to pull something off that catches my attention, something they never do. So I said, maybe I'll watch Hell in a Cell tonight. The main event. So days goes on, and me and my mother, we go to see Joker. Joker was an amazing film, by the way. So I see Joker at 6 p.m. Mind you, the pay-per-view's at 7. So the pay-per-view's going on. I'm sitting in the theater watching Joker. I don't care enough to even check my phone to get Twitter updates. So I get home around like 8, 9 o'clock, whatever. I'm playing games, and I'm like, I check Twitter, and I see that Hell in a Cell, Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins is going on. So I said, you know what? I'll tune into this match. So I hop on my phone, and I start watching the match. And the match was unbelievable in my opinion. This was not something I ever expected WWE to pull off. Not only did they have this match feel like it belonged to the Fiend with the red cell and the red lights throughout, which kind of got annoying after a while, but I understand the aesthetic and the stigma they were going for. But they had Seth Rollins go at the Fiend, and every time get back up, he would get back up, and he would keep going Seth Rollins, and he would keep going Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins would keep on going down, and he would get back up, and I'm like, wow. This is not, is this still done? I thought I was dreaming for a second. Like, I thought I was imagining this match, because everything put together did not seem like something WWE usually would do. So I'm like, and I see Seth Rollins stomping him and stomping him and stomping him and using all these weapons and everything, and I'm like, the Fiend keeps getting back up, and I'm popping huge. I'm like, wow, they are really putting the Fiend over here. Like, I can't believe it. I can't help but keep on thinking about this poll I saw the other day where WWE asked me, how do I think the match is going to end? Pinfall, submission, or disqualification? And that poll the whole time kept popping up in my head, and it was a reminder, Tyler, there's a chance this could be a very, very, very fucked up ass finish. And I said, I don't know if WWE is that stupid. I know they're stupid enough to do a bunch of dumb shit in the past, but I don't know if they're truly that stupid and that ignorant towards their fan base to fuck them over like that. The match goes on, and it's getting intense, and Seth Rollins is doing everything he can. He's using ladders, he's using chairs, he's using kendo sticks, everything in the world he's using at the Fiend. The Fiend keeps on getting back up, but this time he has a chair on top of the ladder, and he's smacking it, and he's smacking it, and he's getting something else, and he gets the hammer. Mind you, the Fiend is underneath a chair, a ladder, and I don't know what the fuck else is under there, but he gets a hammer. And he gets this hammer, and I said, this is going to end one of 2 ways. And both ways are going to end really, really badly for this company. Either A, Seth Rollins is going to pin the Fiend, or B, Seth is going to get disqualified, and they're going to fuck up the entire everything. The referee's begging Seth Rollins not to use the hammer. Why are you begging him not to use the hammer after he just used a chair, a ladder, a mallet, a kendo stick? He did everything in the fucking world you could at least attempt to do within a no disqualification match. Why are you pleading him not to use a hammer? Why is a hammer the end all be all? So Seth Rollins, he thinks about it, he's thinking about it, and he uses the hammer. And then the bell rings. And I was just sitting there, and I said, wow. I was just sitting there saying wow for a minute because I could not believe that I literally just saw for the second year in a row a no contest in a Hell in a Cell match in the main event. I was in shock. I couldn't believe that I really just sat there, watched that match, only to get to the end, and then there was no finish. The crowd booed the entire time. Chants of bullshit, chants of AEW, and I couldn't blame them. How can you blame them? And then here's the thing. They had the audacity. To have the Fiend get up like the Undertaker and start choking him with the mandible claw. I'm like, there was nothing they could do at that point to save that finish. No short of restart the match, which the crowd chanted. There was nothing they could do to save that finish. You already called for the bell. It's over. The cell started raising. The security and the medical staff and referees came out to check on the Fiend. And then the show ends with the Fiend having his finger in Seth's mouth and there's blood seeping out. There was no amount of blood or anything that could have literally saved it. WWE managed to fuck up literally 5 things. They didn't fuck up one thing, they fucked up 5 things. First thing was the Fiend. I don't care if anybody says the fact that he went through all of it, that whole match, and he didn't even get the job done. It just fucked up the Fiend. It doesn't even matter what you do with the Fiend after this point. You could have the Fiend beat Seth Rollins tomorrow night on Raw for the Universal Championship. It doesn't even matter, because he already didn't win. You could basically chalk up as a fucking loss. I don't even care. He didn't beat Seth Rollins, so I see it as he lost the match. Not only that, the match got stopped for him. The referees swarmed the ring as if he was a mortal being. It made him look weak. So that was the first thing. The second thing was Seth Rollins. The crowd already didn't like Seth Rollins going to the match. The crowd was booing this man throughout the whole thing. There was one point where Seth Rollins did 15 fucking stomps? And as the stomps kept going on and on and on and on, the crowd was booing him. Because the crowd did not want to see Seth beat him. The Fiend was so over that they booed the babyface Seth Rollins. At that point, they should have already knew that he was not going to get out of that match unscathed. For all that, why didn't you have Seth Rollins just pin the Fiend? You know what I mean? If you were going to do all this, you should have just had him fucking pin him. Why did you end it in an... And then the third thing they fucked up was the Hell in a Cell match. You ruined the entire concept of this match. I'm sorry, there's no... After this day, I can't buy into a single Hell in a Cell match ever again. Because they managed to establish that you can get disqualified in a cell match. In a match where there's supposed to be, carnage and chaos and everything. You could do anything in a Hell in a Cell match. But no, if you go to certain barrier, that certain area, the match is getting called off. What kind of fucking... Do y'all remember back in 1997 when The Undertaker threw Mankind off of Hell in a Cell onto an announce table? Then Mankind climbed back up that cell and got thrown through it. Could you imagine them calling for a DQ after he got thrown off the cell and them stopping the match? Now, mind you, if they would have done that in 1997, they could have established the precedent that if you go too far, you would get disqualified. But even if they did it then, you fucked up the entire concept of Hell in a Cell. So why did you wait until 2019 when you have the most over wrestler in your entire company to do such a shitty finish? I don't even know. So they fucked up the Fiend, they fucked up Seth Rollins, and they fucked up the match. The fourth thing they fucked up was they fucked up the curb stomp. Why did it take Seth Rollins 17 stomps and the Fiend got up every single time? Every single time. That's Seth's finishing move. I'm sorry, I don't care if the Fiend is supposed to be this monster, this unworldly being, but if you had to use your finisher more than 5 times, obviously your finisher must not be that strong enough, right? If you had to do it 18 times or however many fucking times in the world to put down the Fiend and you didn't even pin him and win the match, then your finisher doesn't mean dick at this point, and you should consider getting another one. And the fifth thing they fucked up was their trust with the fans. I'm sorry, I already didn't trust them enough at this point, but any trust that I had in this company was completely squandered at this point. I don't trust them with literally anybody. No short of NXT and Triple H maybe, because he hasn't fucked up anybody in NXT yet, but Raw, SmackDown, I don't trust none of those motherfuckers on their back. I don't trust them with anybody. Look at the track record they have with all of the wrestlers they've brought in and fucked up. And now you can add the Fiend to the list. The Fiend, Seth Rollins, Hell in a Cell, Seth's finisher, and no trust. But you want to know who the real culprit of tonight is? And yes, Vince McMahon is the real culprit tonight. This is his decision. He had final say. He could have easily went and said, no way. How did Vince even not think that this was going to happen? I don't understand that. He didn't say, guys, there's a possibility that if we do this, the fans will revolt. Did they not think about this at all? How did nobody stand up to Vince and just say, hey, this is a bad idea? Or maybe they didn't, he just went about it. Whoever's decision it was to go through this should just be fucking fired. I don't care who it was. Just fire them and get rid of them. Because obviously, they're a bad stigma in the company. And shit like this is why people are going to be watching AEW instead. But you want to know who the sidekick of the culprit is? You, the viewer. And I'm talking about the viewer that goes online and they rant and they rave and they chant AEW advance and they chant we want refunds, restart the match, all that shit, and just throws WWE under the bus. But then the next night on Monday Night Raw, where's your ass? On the couch watching Raw, right? You're going to be watching to see if the Fiend is going to finally get the title back up the company. You are part of the problem. WWE has a kind of a circle of life going on right now. They take a guy you like, they fuck him over, you bitch and complain, and then you go right back to watching and see if they're going to actually improve. And every single time you go around and around and around with all the wrestlers you like, and every single time they fuck them up, but you keep on coming back because you think they're going to get better. And it's been how long this company been around, and it seems like they never get better, but they keep doing worse and worse and worse. But you keep tuning back in. So you know what? I blame some of you out there, because you tuning in to Raw, you're validating them. You're giving them a reason to keep doing bad, because by you tuning in, you're establishing that you're not going anywhere. You're not going to leave and watch AEW. You might go and watch AEW, but you're going to come right back to Monday Night Raw to see what's going on with every other wrestler in the world. You're part of the problem. Every single person that doesn't watch Raw, if more and more and more people stop watching Raw and stop watching SmackDown and stop giving WWE more time, guess what? They're going to go down in the ratings. They're going to see that. Fox will see that. USA will see that. And they're going to bitch at Vince McMahon. And Vince McMahon will be forced to put on compelling television. But because you keep tuning in, they're going to keep doing exactly what the hell they keep on doing. The only way to stop this is to stop fucking giving them your time. So I challenge all of you. If you have the WWE Network, fucking unsubscribe. Just fucking unsubscribe. You know what? I honestly don't know how to unsubscribe from WWE Network. Oh, yeah, right here. Alright. Nope. I'm done. I'm not giving them my money. If I don't watch Raw, and I don't watch SmackDown, and I don't watch the pay-per-views, why would I care about what's going on in the network? So if all of you are just claiming that you're just in it for the Wednesday Night Wars, do yourself a favor and unsubscribe, because there's no reason for you to subscribe anymore. So unsubscribe. Go watch AEW. Go watch the Indies. Go watch New Japan. Go watch Ring of Honor. Go watch something else. And stop tuning in to WWE. If you want to tune in and see what's updated, go to your fellow YouTubers. Go to your fellow podcasters. But stop giving them your time. Because you are establishing with them that you're going to be there no matter what, and that they could keep fucking up, and that everything's going to be okay. If you go away, and all your friends go away, and all your family go away, and a bunch of other people go away, they have no choice but to improve. So as of October 6, 2019, I'm no longer subscribed to the WWE Network. Fuck it. I have no reason to at this point. This pay-per-view has literally just set me off that much. You know, I talk shit about WWE like all the time, and I never actually unsubscribed up until this point. Because the last shred of hope I had in this company, they just... So yeah, I'm going to rep my Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus shirt that I just got from Hot Topic a few days ago. I'm going to watch AEW this Wednesday. I might tune into NXT because, like I said, NXT's never did me wrong. I lost interest in NXT over time, but they never made me mad or pissed like a bunch of YouTubers and podcasters and people on Twitter. So I don't have a reason to stop watching NXT, even though it's under the WWE umbrella. As far as I'm concerned, NXT is like a different entity. Up until Vince McMahon wants to try and get his fingers on NXT, I'll continue to watch. But everything else, nope. Done. And you should do the same.